Conduct competency assessment. Assessor must familiarize self with the qualification or units of competency to be assessed. Ensure that the assessment site complies with the relevant occupational health and safety requirements. The assessor must ensure that the tools, equipment, facility are ready and available in the assessment site before the assessment starts. Checklist of tools, equipments, and facility must be had to help the assessor monitor the availability and completeness of the tools, equipments, and facility. Plan and prepare the evidence gathering process. The assessor shall receive assessment package composed of the following: 1 copy of assessor guide, specific instruction to the candidate, competency assessment result summary, written report, written test, answer sheet and rating sheet. Assessor shall introduce herself.
Everyone, my name is Hilisan and I'm going to be your competency assessor for housekeeping NC2.
Acknowledge the presence of the processing officer, AC manager, and the tester representative.
And I would like to acknowledge the presence of Arnie Soberon, our processing officer, Ms. Angeline Silao, our AC manager, and Mr. Francisco Hilisan, our tester representative. Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. You don't have to worry about their presence. They are here to oversee the conduct assessment and to check if the conduct assessment is in accordance with prescribed competency assessment methodology and procedure.
Check the attendance and identify all the candidates and collect the admission slip.
Before we start, please submit your admission slip.
Instruct the candidates to sign on the attendance sheet.
As I call your name, please acknowledge it by raising your hand and sign to the attendance sheet.
Send to the candidates a compliance application form with self-assessment guide.
I have here with me your compliance application form and self-assessment guide. This is indication that you all know and can perform all the units of competency enumerated for housekeeping and
Conduct orientation to the candidates, and the assessor must explain the context and purpose of the assessment.
I would like to welcome all of you to our center for your assessment for housekeeping NC2. The purpose of this assessment is to determine the level of your competency.
Qualification of units of competency to be assessed. I'm going to administer competency assessment for housekeeping NC2. The qualification for housekeeping NC is composed of basic, common, and core competency. For our core competency, we do have providing housekeeping service to the guests, clean and prepare room for incoming guests, provide valet butler service, laundry, linen, and guest clothes, clean public area, facility, and equipment, and deal with handling intoxicated guests. Tasks to be performed and the evidence to be collected.
Different tasks to perform for housekeeping NC2 are the following: offering assistance to intoxicated guests in terms of communicating with the guests, promoting alcoholic, offering water, offering food, and advice for other staff.
We will collect evidence through demonstration, oral questioning, and treatment. Assessment procedure to be undertaken.
Determine your knowledge and skills for housekeeping. The assessment methodology will use written work, demonstration, and oral questions. Assessment methods will be used to measure your understanding and skills needed.
Needs of the candidates to be considered during the assessment.
For your personal needs, our restroom is located at the end of the hallway. Also, you can take your meal at our canteen. It is located at the lobby. However, during the assessment, you are not allowed to leave the premises for your assessment.
Doable or reasonable adjustments when applicable.
Difficult to understanding the instruction? Please don't hesitate to inform us because I'm willing to translate it for you. During the written examination, if you have dilemma writing down your answer, don't be shy because we can accept your answer verbally.
Do's and don'ts during the
If
assessment.
you have concern, question, or matters that you need to clarify, you may raise your hand because I am willing to assess you. But if the assessment has started, please refrain from asking questions. It is not longer allowed during the assessment. If you have difficulty or any form of difficulty, please don't hesitate to call my attention so that it can be addressed immediately.
Rights and appeal system.
In case you have any question regarding the result of their assessment, you have a right to appeal. You can submit your appeal at the first office, where the assessment center and assessment assessor are accredited.
Insurance of national certification or certificate of competency.
For the insurance of your national certification, AC manager shall inform you where to claim your national certification within 5 working days.
Occupational safety and health requirements.
During the actual assessment, please observe safety as you perform the different tasks. Make sure to check on electrical equipment before unplugging it.
Confidential of assessment outcome. Regards to the result of your assessment, we observe strict confidentiality. This is to ensure your integrity. The result is only made available to authorized personnel. After the institution will you had your doctoral training, in relation to this, the assessment package is to keep in a secure place to guarantee the integrity of the assessment package. May I ask all the candidates to refrain from giving away any form of information that took place during the assessment process. Assign number to the candidates.
I will give you a sign number. Here with you, ma'am.
Instruct candidate number 1 to proceed to the assessment area while the other candidates stand by in the waiting area.
So, everyone is ready now? Please, candidate number 1, please proceed to the assessment area. So, the candidate, please remain while I call you by your number. Thank you.
Collect the evidence and make the assessment judgment. Simulate the assessment process. 2 candidates will be shown performing. 1 candidate will present being competent while the other is not yet competent.
Number 1, this is our assessment area where are we going to perform how to deal the intoxicated guest.
Ask the candidates to read the specific instruction one more time.
If you have any question, you may ask now. Because as assessment started, you are not longer to ask me any question. No, ma'am, Dr. Pag, you may be free. I would like to inform you that after your demonstration, will be oral questioning.
Assessment in accordance with the methodologies specified in the evidence plan and the specified instruction for the competency assessor. Implement the evidence gather process and ensure its validity, reliability, fairness, and flexibility. Observe the candidates and keep note of the candidate performance during the assessment. These notes will be used for the provision of feedback to the candidate's performance during the assessment. Collect appropriate evidence and match comparability to the elements, performance, criteria, range of variables, and evidence guide in the relevant unit of competency. Judge the evidence in terms of the dimension competency, task skills, task management skills, contagious management skill, job or role environment skill.
Hi, ma'am. We have alcoholic drinks that you might enjoy. Would you like some?
No, I want the beer. I ordered the beer. Give it to me right now.
Okay, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Sorry to inform you that we have no longer available beer. As much as we like you to serve your beer, but we have no beer anymore.
I want more beer. Where's your beer? I demand more.
Certainly, ma'am.
Hey, I ordered some beer, but they gave me something else. I demand the beer right now. Please give me the beer. Give it.
I understand, ma'am, that you want your beer, and I'm very sorry that we cannot provide it. Since we are running out of stock, ma'am, first thing in the morning, we will deliver it right away to you.
No, I want a beer. Give it right now.
Certainly, ma'am. Would you like to have another drink, ma'am, to replace your favorite drink?
No, I want the beer. I ordered the beer. Give it to me right now.
Certainly, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. I'm so sorry, but as much as we like you to serve you a beer, there is no really more beer.
No, I'm a paid guest. Get my beer. I want my beer right now. Please go get my beer right now.
Okay, ma'am.
Demonstration, the candidates will be asked a series of questions based on her performance. Candidate number 1 is able to answer all the questions asked by the assessor. Candidate number 2 will also be able to answer the question through some of her answers are incorrect. Provide feedback on the assessment. The assessor must provide candidates about the outcome of the assessment process for positive feedback competent.
Please sit down, candidate number 1. How do you feel the assessment? I will able to perform very well during the demonstration, even though I have hard time with oral questioning and written tests.
Summarize the performance of the candidates during the whole assessment process.
I observe that you are competent to perform all the different skills of housekeeping and C2.
Discuss the specific tasks done well by the candidates.
Nevertheless, you were able to answer all the questions correctly, and the result of your written work show that you are knowledgeable enough for housekeeping and C2.
Recommending feedback for not yet competency. Providing negative feedback, it is recommended that you can carry out the following recommendation, being positive without raising any false accusation.
Please, how do you feel the assessment? I feel nervous, ma'am.
If any parts of the assessment need to be repeated, and if so, which part?
Really? So in that matter, what will you do if you ask to demonstrate how to deal intoxicated guests again? I will try my best to control my fear and I will focus to the task given.
Information on the appeal system and a reassessment process.
In case you have any question regarding the result of their assessment, you have a right to appeal. You can submit your appeal at the fast track office, where the assessment center and assessment assessor are accredited.
Record and report the result. The assessor shall record the assessment outcome. Ensure the rating sheet are signed by the candidate after providing feedback. Accomplish the competency assessment results summary. Submit to the assessment center manager the assessment report. Assessment center manager will give the documents to the processing officer to complete the registry of workers assessed and certified. Sign registry of workers assessed and certified. After accomplishing the registry of workers assessed and certified, the processing officer will ask the assessor and assessment center manager to sign before passing it on together with the other documents to the tester representative. Tester representative will then deliver the documents to the designated tester office.